What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel as well as on Twitch, so make sure you come by and say hello. This video is also brought to you by my music, which is available anywhere you stream music under the name Aftersound, and I do have a new release out called Dreamin', the Deep Source remix. So check it out. Let me know what you think, and I appreciate the support. All right, guys, let's jump into the big announcement from earlier today regarding survival mode. And I'm just going to read this word for word from Dave McCoy that says, "Attention, everyone. Here's an update for our actions and process on survival mode. Currently, we have 2 more seasons scheduled where the team pays out the SPS to the mode. We are making one small change tomorrow to the cap per battle, and we are going to continue to work with our bot makers to improve the strength of liquidity bots at the higher levels. In order to give the team more time to make changes before the community votes on whether or not to fund the SPS for the mode, we are cutting the rewards by half to give us 4 seasons instead of the 2 remaining. We hope to make more changes during this time in order to give the community the best information with which to make a decision after that." So, 4 seasons instead of 2, that means 2 months, and we are looking at roughly mid-September at this point when this will run out. My guess is that we will probably see a proposal for this at some point before then, maybe around that time. I think, early September will probably be the latest, just because it's going to be 7 days in a pre-proposal, 7 days in an actual proposal. So, but they could always like turn off survival mode for a little bit until we figure it out. Here's the thing that I think about, and I don't mind the team doing this. Granted, I'm not playing survival mode, so for the folks that are out there that are playing survival mode and have been enjoying and reaping the rewards, this probably can be very frustrating for you. I understand, but I also understand where the team is coming from. This is coming out of their pocket, and obviously they would prefer for the DAO to be funding the rewards. So it's a short-term thing. Hopefully there's not going to be too much of, people raising their pitchforks, and we know that it's going to come to an end. I would say that the bigger issue is where's community sentiment currently on if this is something that is worth supporting. Now, I'll just say this. The team has put in a lot of effort, and I don't think that they would be doing that if they did not expect this vote to pass. That being said, you can't take anything for granted, right? The community has voted against the team numerous times in the past, right, on pretty major things. And while, survival mode is beloved by some, there might be some other folks out there that don't play it regularly and either apathetic to it or just think that it's another SPS faucet that is completely unnecessary. I don't know what the sentiment is. I'm trying to kind of gauge it here by seeing what people say. I know that there's been a lot of interesting feedback on survival mode in general, but is this something that you would vote for? Now, granted, we're talking about it's going to be the whales and probably the team accounts that drive this. At the end of the day, I think something has to come of it, right? So let's say the community votes it down. My guess is that it would only be a contentious issue, or it would be an issue of like, instead of it being X million per month, it's going to be X divided by 2 million per month that the DAO is going to provide for survival mode. Again, I'm just kind of like making this up arbitrarily, right? And the reason for that is because the team has put in too much work on this. There has to be a way in which we can utilize survival mode, and it has to be something that is sustainable in the long term, whether it's the team doing it or whether it's the DAO doing it. Now, obviously, the team is not going to be sponsoring this the entire time. They created it. They created a new game mode to try and use up extra cards and take advantage of the deep collections that people have. And so I generally think that it is going to pass, but I really don't know these days, right? Sentiment can be kind of all over the place, especially with, it's funny, especially with like Bitcoin taking off the way that it has, and the rest of the altcoins just not doing anything and making everybody super frustrated that alt season is not here yet, if it ever comes back. I mean, I think it will, but we're still we're in the banana zone now, but that's besides the point. So my question here for you guys is, will you be planning to vote for this? Again, we don't know all the details. My guess is they will just be increasing, marginally based on whatever we're paying out for modern and wild formats right now. And once that, once we have that, I mean, there's more than enough SPS in the DAO, right? The DAO got a huge stimulus just because it is the DAO. I think it's like 400 million per the white paper, but also we've turned off a bunch of other faucets, primarily the LPs. And so there's just SPS sitting there that's unallocated. And to be honest, I would actually prefer the SPS being paid out to survival mode than something like the LPs, right? The survival mode creates a way in which people can come in and engage with the game, right? And so I think that it will pass. I think that even if it doesn't pass the first iteration, we will get something in there, which is why I want to open the conversation now to see if people have objections. What are they, right? If you're not planning to vote for this for whatever reason, is there something that would change your mind? So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. That is all I have for you guys in this video. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.